I think we're live. Or not. We'll wait for it to like update. I think I realized on replays, um, there seems to be like a delay in the start. And then like when I'm listening back on the recordings, it like cuts off the beginning of it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. If it's kind of not working, it's not working. If it's working, it's working. We'll go straight into it for what the plan is today. So, since last time, we've basically had some general updates. I've finally joined a Twitch team, which is kind of cool. So I guess it doesn't really do anything beyond just having an extra button you can click, but for the most part, oh yay, Fab's here. Welcome, Fab. Wait, now someone's in the chat. I can start again. I always think there's like a delay when I start the stream or something, because even when I look at playbacks, there's like a buffer or something on there where it's like, hey, where'd the beginning of it go? Ah, the VTuber chat, guys, we're like nearly at that goal. Phantom Architects down here too, welcome! Oh my goodness, now we got some updates happening, we got some fun things planned. Um, yeah. Okay, Phantom, here's the thing. I think at the end of the KFC gameplay when I was watching it, I think you were one of the few last standers who stayed all the way to the end of that playthrough. So on the grounds that you like watched that horrific interesting playthrough, I was like, there you goes. Have the VIPs, you deserved it. That was 2 hours of like KFC. So I was like, there you go. Um Oh, whoa, Griffin, I should give you one too. Okay, I'm gonna give you a VIP too. Remind me to do that after. I'm gonna add this. It's like if people keep coming back, I'm like, you guys deserve VIPs. Like, this is wholesome. Thank you so much for coming. But no, today we got some updates as the usual. I've officially now joined the Twitch oh, the Elite Club. Yes, joined the Elite Club. The VIPs, you can have one until I run out of them, and I'm like, uh oh. But it doesn't matter. I doubt I'll be able to use them up. There's like 10 of them, so I'm like, she'll be alright. Um, so I have joined Twitch stream now with all the rest of the Australians, so check them out. The KFC was interesting. Yeah, it was a pretty interesting gameplay. I was like, it impressed me for a free game. I'll definitely say that, right? Um, Also, something I'm not gonna do is I don't think I'm gonna run the ads. I think the only reason why you run ads is that so there's no pre-roll for newcomers. But then I thought that's kind of annoying for everyone who's like currently in the stream. So I'm not gonna do the ad thing. I think I said I was gonna do that like previous stream. There'll be no ads, so I'm gonna take that out. Oh, okay. I think I also said in one of the previous ones, I totally like have been working on trying to make a 3D model. It's so bad though, because there's no hair that's exactly like this model right here. So when I get something I've realized, which is really interesting, is Mac so far has no support for 3D models, right? You'll get all these like things going, oh, here's a tutorial for Mac and Windows. And then if you actually look at it, you're like, no, this is someone on a Windows computer and they're saying, oh, it should be the same for Mac. But I have like looked at all like the 3D softwares for this, and there's nothing right now on Mac that seems to be able to run it. Like there's stuff in its beta, but I can't get it running on Mac. So when I get a Windows computer, I want to try stuff in the 3D realm. But that's the model that's in the backup plans. It looked kind of janky because, you know, I ain't spending any more money on VTuber. And it's going to be way too expensive to get any of the professional stuff. But yeah, V-Road Studio has come to the rescue, and I'm going to hopefully be able to go do something eventually. Okay, here's the thing. I would like to learn Blender, but for any of the cheaters out there like me, you can use V-Road Studio and just kind of like, badoosh, like just smash a bunch of stuff together. If I was to learn Blender, right, which is the smarter way to do it, then I could actually make more like accurate models. But as of now, my Mac probably ain't gonna like running Blender. It's already struggling with everything as it is. So, oh, and the other one as well as I mentioned is I think last game session there was a request to play like the Worms and the Lemmings or something as a game. Those games don't like Mac. I tried to play it and I don't know what's going on, but like it will lose where the mouse is on the screen and my mouse would just disappear. So I'm just clicking into it and it's just not working. So, oh, Ivan, got any more contributions? No, thank you. You guys, the VTuber stream's gonna be like smashed in goals. You guys are doing great. But yeah, that's the thing with the worms. I've like randomly picked something for today. I'll endeavor to try get the other games working if there's requests, but right now we're just waiting on that Windows computer coming through, and we won't have to deal with this janky Mac anymore and all the systems. And no, I'd love to try out my 3D model eventually when we get there, when I can find a software that can run it. So that's the 3D model updates. Um, what is it? Oh, okay, yeah. Mini plans as well is that I do want to get a new overlay done. It's like in progress. I tried to make something. It wasn't going to get probably done by next week or the week after, but hopefully then we'll be free from this free one I'm getting. Oh, I got a drink now. I gotta hydrate. Nom nom nom. Look, I've hydrated. But hopefully we'll graduate from this free one I found online. The colors are very nice, but I'm like, it's time, guys. I can't keep using all the free stuff. So I'll update your overlays eventually. It's a work in progress. I want to share this really cool fan art my friend made as well. Wait, is this gonna work? Boom. Yay! I had a friend, and she made some really cute fan art. So now I can officially say I've got like a Twitter fan out tag or whatever you want to call it. For anyone who doesn't know, I see a lot of these YouTubers are like, oh, if you have any fan art, you gotta go like hashtag something name art or something. And now I'm like, I got fan art. I can make a tag. I dibs. That's my tag, guys. So that's now done. And then, oh, okay. So I think the other one was that. Now my time's to shine, right? I was thinking of like all week. I'm like, what's a really cool story to tell? And I'm just like, you know what is really seasonal right now? Has anyone seen Raygun and the whole Olympic scandal right now with the whole breakdancing? Now, I finally have something topical I can speak about because believe it or not, here we go. I'm Australian, I'm female, and I did actually try to do breakdancing. And I feel she's getting a lot more hate than she deserves, right? And we're gonna go into story time. I'm gonna tell you a story where I'm like, okay, so now we got Raygun on the screen. This is before we go into game segment. This is like my new segment of the time. We're trying something new, guys. It's a new format. But no, here's the story about the time I tried to become breakdancer. And I think why she got a lot more hate than like she probably deserves is that when I first started, right? I think a lot of people just assume that breakdancing is power moves. And what I mean by power moves is like for anyone who doesn't know or knows, if you like have like windmills or flares, right? They're like what I would call like the ones. I know. I feel she doesn't deserve the hate. Like there's a lot going behind it that I'm just like, it's breakdancing's rough. Like as someone who's tried, I'm like, it is rough. There's like so many elements going on, right? So the first one is that yeah, like already expectations, right? Is that I would just be honest and say power moves are like if you have games you play and then you have like the button mash of like the simple punch and kicks. Your power moves are literally like when your like game character does the super special move. Like not everyone can do power moves. That's why they're called power moves. That's why they're hard, but that's what breakdancing is known for. So I felt like that was already something where I was like, no. I think she knew maybe she just couldn't do them. And I saw like I think her finals or something that she did. I was like, okay, power moves is not like a given. I think everyone thinks that you just gotta go in there and mash the power move button. But there's a lot more that goes into it. Nah. This is today I'm educating you guys on how to break dance from like the little time that I tried and I failed. So, story time. Here we go. When you do breakdancing, okay, the actual way you do it is that there's something called cipher, um, an improv, and like there's a lot more of that. Like you're not choreographing everything, right? I feel like there's kind of that thing where so ciphers basically we like to practice. You go in a circle, and then like you know how like the middle person will like dance, and then they'll like jump out of the circle, and then like everyone else will like jump in the circle, and then they'll like take turns in the circle or something, right? Okay, so what I found out with Cypher, which I thought that like people don't know, is that when you do breakdancing, it's all improv. Like if for example like other dances, you might be able to like pre-choreograph it, and obviously when you're dancing, you've like trained that. But I think what makes breakdancing kind of harder that people don't realize is that like you gotta come up like you hear random music for the first time, you're like, oh, this is a little faster than usual, and then you gotta do something to the beat, right? And then it's not just power moves. Like there's something called top rock, which is like before you go to floor work, you kind of groove, you get that, and like as like it's a whole separate part of breakdancing. Like it's not just power moves that people feel. So I feel, she's obviously probably come from all the side of like there's like the top rock and floor work, but she's probably not got the strength for power moves. Now I've got a story to tell you in regards to power moves. So I remember my first time, right? I tried to do breakdancing. I went to my first class, right? And oh, I need to go. Okay, see you, fam. Have a good one. But so the first time basically I went to my class for like breakdancing, is that I remember that we were having, what was it? We were learning about how do I say, like freezes and then like top rock and then going into like what is it? Like basically freezes, right? And there's like a lot of upper body strength, I feel, in regards to like freezes, right? And something that people don't realize as well is that, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of hard. Like for me, I'm like a stick, right? So I don't have a lot of upper body strength. So I was like, oh, everybody, we're gonna do freezes. It's really easy. And then I realized that like I can't really lift my own body weight, right? So I think that this is where something I realized that was kind of hard was that no, I physically couldn't like hold myself up. So everyone was doing the freezes, and I was like, I can't. Oh, mind you, as well, I feel like there weren't any other. I think for this class, there weren't many other girls as well who could do the freezes. So I felt that like power wise, it was already kind of like difficult. So I was determined. I was like, I went home and was like, no, I can do this. Like this can't be that hard. And I ended up going through like so many tutorials, trying to do it. And then I figured out, oh, it must be like my upper body strength that I'm like weak on, or that I'm like like that's the reason why I can't do like simple basics, right? And then sorry, I ate a piece of popcorn just now, and I got like a piece of kernel stuck. Wait, I'm gonna drink some water. Okay, I fixed it. But yeah, so then I was like, okay, the upper body thing. So I literally like followed all these tutorials on like, okay, how to do it. And then I was like, okay, it's my upper body strength. I literally dedicated like a part of my day to try to do push-ups so that I could try get like the proper upper body strength so that I could do it, right? And like it even goes further. Like you might think, oh yeah, with floor work, you're just like lifting it up. It's like no, you can't even put your palm like on the floor. You had to like use your fingers, right? Because it's like bad habits and bad for your wrists. And even same thing, it's like with your toes, you got to be on your toes and that sort of stuff because you're like mobile and agile. And I felt personally, right, from like what I did with like the brief things with breaking is that I kind of hit a wall. I was like to the point where like I am trying so hard. Oh, Griffin Supreme got 500. Yay! More stream challenge. I like had literally got to the point where I'm like I'm trying to do push-ups so I could just do the basics. And then it was like I don't think this is meant for me, right? So I feel like as a whole with breakdancing, at least for like the girls in the scene, right? I think it's like expectations are a lot higher that you got to be able to like just button mash those like power moves. When in reality, it's like I feel like the bar is a lot lower because it's like try to already like from my experience, like I would say I'm reasonably athletic, right? But not be able to just do some of those basics where the tutorial's like it's so easy, like just lift your leg up and boom, you just carrot like boom, it's a freeze. And I'm like, nope. My arm is like wobbling so hard trying to like keep myself up in like positions for breakdancing that I'm like I genuinely like unless I build like super upper body strength, which would take a while as well, because I'm like, I feel like I'm already behind the push up thing where people can be like, oh yeah, I can like mash out like 50 push-ups or something. I struggle on like one proper push-up. So I'm like, ah. So no, and then the second part is that when I was doing Cypher, right, we are like taught that like a cipher, so that's a circle, and everyone goes in there in the middle, and they like dance and like show off their moves for that brief moment, and they go out. That's what cipher is, right? I feel like the pressure as well. Like from my personal experience, when somebody comes in, right, like from the outside, they do their thing, they're really good, and then like everybody kind of looks at you, it's your turn, they're like, you go do something, and you're like, oh no, it's like I don't like where the music's at the moment, and your mind goes blank, and like the ruling is you don't stop dancing if you like have a brain fart and you don't know what you're doing. So I feel that's kind of what Raygun maybe had in this situation, where like, there was some interesting dance moves, but I'll just say this happens a lot more often I feel in ciphers, at least when I was doing it, like there was some obviously new people, and they kind of did the same thing. They were like, oh, okay, then like, what do I do? And they're like, anything. So you get some funny things, but by the same token, it's experimental. I think that's the point, is that you learn how to like kind of do recoveries, or you do have like bad ciphers. And even now, like genuinely, I have like things burnt into my memory where I'm just like, oh my goodness, guys, that was really embarrassing on that day, and you feel like really bad. So that's my 2 cents at least on like my breakdancing. Like I would just be like, I realized it wasn't for me. I felt like I wanted to be there where I wanted to do power moves and stuff, but I was like, I can't even get the basics right. And I did give it like a good go, but I was like, I'm not there. And I also feel like my willpower is like not that much to get like buff or something and be able to like lift my body weight. So I guess that's my commentary, at least from like my experience with breakdancing in regards to like the bar that needs to be done. Like it is it's hard. You know, windmills and flares don't come easily. Improv in itself is basically something that's like super duper cursed. Like I really mean it, guys. Like if you ever just have a party and everyone's like, "Go dance already," it's like, "Oh, what do I do? Like, what dancing are we doing?" Then imagine having a circle of people around you. They're all like staring at you to show off your cool dance moves, and your brain's like, "Oh my god, what am I actually gonna do?" Well, I guess for me, it was always just like I can do top rock, but as soon as we hit floor work, it was like, nope, nope, nope. I actually can't. It's really difficult. But yeah, no, that is my take on basically. That's my sensational view on it. I think yeah, people don't understand that. I think breakdancing's hard. Do I think that maybe it should continue in the Olympics is another question. I'm like, oh, I didn't like. I'm surprised no other dancing forms are in there. But I definitely think like breakdancing physically. Like I watched the her comps or something she did, and I was like, yeah, they this is like stuff that I've like heard of when I was like doing classes and stuff. What they mentioned is just obviously like there's no power moves because those are hard, those are difficult, and like if you just do your basic freezes, top rock, and floor work, it's like it doesn't seem to give you the coolness factor of all the other, you know, all the b-boys and like all the other friends I was watching who could do like all that stuff. And you're like, nope, I can't. Like, I genuinely can't. But enough for me. That is that segment. We're gonna go into second segment as well. If anybody wants to do tarot readings, or wait, or how do I delete this? There we go. I deleted it. If anyone wants to go into tarot card readings, rock blessings, and rude readings, we can also go into that as well because I feel that's something fun that I also kind of need to put time aside. I feel like that's what the Thursday streams are supposed to be dedicated for. There we go! A rock blessing. Here we go. So that was my new segment. I don't know. I'm kind of trying to figure out how to make these more fun. So I'll like mix in like a bit of sensational news and story time about something that I remember, and then we'll do like tarots, and then we'll put games or something in there, and it'll be kind of fun, and they'll like wrap things up. So, uh, um, Girlfriend Supreme, your rock blessing for today. Let me do the thinker, is that I'm gonna give you. What did I give you last time? I feel so bad if I just keep giving you the same thing. I swear it's random each time. Maybe I have a preference for colors and that's why. I'm gonna give you the crown chakra, which is the amethyst, and it's also the Zahasrara. I don't know how to pronounce it. Wrong. And this one's all about basically enlightenment and connection. So basically, I hope that gives you that extra little +1 buff in regards to your connections and like, being able to like sympathize and like understand people for your comic. Oh, Mighty Gomel's here. Welcome, my friend. You just missed the news segment. Oh, Phantom Architect also got epic rock blessing. Okay, homies, I will bless you with another rock. No, you gotta repeat rock. I'm sorry, Griffin Supreme. Eventually, you'll collect them all. Okay, Phantom Architect. I think I've given you a blue rock before. I'm not gonna give you a blue rock. Phantom Architect. I'm gonna give you the Curlian. Right? Oh my goodness. She talked about breakdancing. Yeah, guys. Here we go. I tried to be a breakdancer and I stuck at it. That's literally it. And that it requires, okay, for any of you dudes who do want to get into breakdancing, right? I will say, yeah, you gotta train the upper body strength, right? You will hit a wall very quickly where like people who do have trained upper body strength, they'll just like, be able to keep continuing, and then you'll just be like, I actually can't. Like you will try, and everyone else gets it super. Dolphistry is here. Is that how I said? Dolphistry? Dolphistry? I don't know how to say it. Wait, I gotta give them rock blessings first. I'm sorry. Let me go Phantom Architect. I give you the sacral. It is the Savijhithana, and it's the orange chakra. And this one's creativity. And there's also the sacra Oh, I got the name right. I just took a nap. Okay. So and this is the sacral rock, which is creativity, and it's a Carillion, and I basically hope that gives you a +1 buff to your creativity going into this week, right? So there we go. Oh, okay. Well, good job for waking up from a nap for this stream. Guys, you missed my cool segment, creativity. Oh, it's a serious one. Surely you've got creativity. I think, okay. Oh no, it's -1 to 0. Don't say that. I'm gonna say this. Don't say that. Oh my gosh, Mighty Goma, you missed it. I mean, guys, I'm gonna just. Oh, Canada's coming. You guys will miss my cool news segment. I'm so angry. Now, guys. I can't escape this conversation. Yeah, Delphistry is open, woken up, and there is now. Okay, no, Delphistry can't. Okay, wait, we're gonna. You guys agree? Okay, I'm gonna go back in it. Delphistry first up. I don't believe we're gonna have to talk about it. I could give you the speed run, but okay. First up, Delphistry. I'm gonna say this right. Everybody has some sort of creativity. I don't believe people like have like a negative number. I genuinely believe. Here's my like ambitious talk of ambitions, right? Everybody at least has like something they're inclined to, right? There is also like different ways to test your creativity because like I genuinely feel like, for example, for me, I can't really draw. Like I can basically draw like very simple shapes, e.g., like my emotes if you see them, but I can't draw anything really beautiful like some of the people can. That being said, creativity lies in different things. Like I love my fitness and I love my like. Should I talk? I'm gonna go into a rant about my creative endeavors, but I'll just say that there are a lot of other ways I've seen people manifest creativity, whether it's like writing or whether it's like I don't know, my brain's thinking. Like I see a lot of it at cons as well with like performances and how people do that. Oh, your skills. Okay, hear me out, right? I feel the first of anything you make, okay, is gonna be like kind of poopy. Like I'll be honest, like my very first of any hobby I've started is almost laughable and funny. But the point is that you keep working on it, right? And that I think you surround yourself with a community that also is like not going to put you down and they're going to keep supporting you to do better because that's how you learn, right? Like I have this saying that it's just like it's trash, but it's my trash. Oh yay! Got thousands of VTuber streams, right? So, no, I will say this, Selfishly. I believe that you have the creativity. If this buff gives you anything, it's like put some hours into that area of creativity, right? That you want it to, right? Because I genuinely, from my heart, believe that everyone has creativity somewhere. It's just something that people tend to, how do I say it? They see the end goal. Like they see someone who's like done like all the training or whatever, right? And then they're just like, oh wow, they're like so talented, but you don't see all the mistakes, right? I think the biggest one I'll use an example is like music, right? When you see someone play a music instrument, to continue. No, yeah, exactly. Continue walking, okay, even if things don't work out, because it's not gonna be perfect the first time, right? Like I think music instruments is the big one. Like I used to be like, wow, they can like play the violin or the guitar or something really well, but then you think about it, and you're just like, well, no, they don't just like whip out the guitar and they just know a song by heart. Like that song that they play, they've probably played it like what, a gazillion times. Yeah, exactly. Tell you what anything. But, they play it a gazillion times and like, obviously when you hear it, it's like, oh wow, it's perfect. Like you didn't make a mistake. But, the amount of mistakes they would have made behind the scenes, right? Or I even go further, there's even an art that you find to like covering up so that people don't realize that you've made mistakes. So they probably know that they made mistakes, but as a viewer, as an outsider, you don't know, right? So that's my like TED talk on creative stuff. I feel like, don't be focused on what other people are doing. Don't be focused on being like amazing first up because if it was so easy, then everyone would be good at it. It's your own best. Like, even if you just record day one, right? And then you compare like day 10, and there's like a gazillion like YouTube videos as well on like creative things and how like to be better, right? Nah, something I want to eventually know how to do, which I think is so cool, is people who do leatherworks, right? And they make cool armor. I'm like, that looks so cool. But see, there's creative, or like people who do wood carvings. I think that's so creative. Nah, what creative, like what I find creative is probably different to the average. But I think the normal stuff is art or music or like singing or dancing or something. But I want to get good at singing. I'll even say this, Dover Street, right? Right now, I am a potato singer, right? I sound terrible, but I am taking classes because I genuinely want to be able to someday, sing, right? And actually bring that. So I'm holding you guys, you can account me for this. Like, I am taking lessons with singing so that I don't burn your poor ears when I actually try, like, to sing live once, right? And once again, I'll say with singing, like, it is spooky because you hear people and they're like, oh yeah, I just boom magic. I was born with talent, and they just like sing amazingly. And I'm just like, how do they get this good, right? But after taking lessons with singing, you're just like, oh, it's not just like blah, and they're just saying something. There is actually technique to doing it. There's like training behind it. Whoa, smithing, like making swords. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, wait, wait, like actually making swords? Is that what smithing is? I'm not very smart with this, but I'm not gonna lie, that would be crazy. I think people who do like metalworks or woodworks and they make like boom, they like make stuff. You're just like how? Like, I mean, once again, it would have taken time to actually know like I don't know the different materials and like what actually you can cut so it doesn't explode. Like this, okay, this kind of reminds me of another story I did where I tried like metalworks, and this is my brain logic, right? If it like is bright and colored, right? It's like really hot because it's like I don't know, I can't remember why. I think we're grinding it, and it's like a bright orange. It's like it's hot. If it's not orange, it must not be hot. That's how I burnt my hand, guys. Oh, you made a knife. No, but see, exactly. That's my epic fail story where I burnt my hand on like my first like metalworks class. But once again, you make silly mistakes, but you learn from it, and you get better. I'm not touching things that aren't orange hot and thinking, oh yeah, it must be normal temp. Now it's not bright orange. That is my I guess advice for metalworks for anyone who you know what? I reckon everybody probably knew that except for me. I just kind of assumed that it's not orange. I'm gonna pick it up with my hand without any gloves because it must not be hot. But once again, but you made a knife? That's crazy though, because then now you can say like you can literally say like I will pass on from this world, but I will leave like an epic like knife in my memory. See that's cool. That's legacy, right? And I think that's my thing with art, right, is that art is beyond you. Like it will be forever somewhere on the internet or somewhere. Like you'd have some random person who look at it and be like, "Wow, that's pretty cool," right? And have that like appreciation. Now you might never see that, but knowing that someone appreciated something that I did, or they thought that something was cool. Oh, but it's really hard work to do by hand. Okay then. No, that's crazy. Cause like here we have like I think like small leatherwork communities, and they'll like have little workshops where you can come in and like I don't know like stick a book or something with the front cover being leather. I'm not really particularly sure because I haven't done it, but I'm jealous. I literally, if I could have a sword or like literally make something with it, I would totally. That's crazy. But nah, you gotta tell me more about this. How did you get into it? Or like, is this person like? Can you make more things besides knives? That's crazy. Nah, but that's my thing. Dolphin Street, whatever like creative thing you want to do, I just say go for it. I mean, okay, within reason, I think some hobbies are a little bit okay, it depends on which creative ones can be a bit expensive. So maybe like, I know there's some hobbies where I've seen people like they buy all the stuff but don't actually do it. And you're just like, what are you doing? Right? It's like I don't know, the equivalent like an artist buying the coolest, most expensive paintbrushes, but they never actually paint. So they can say that they have all the cool paint and the brushes, but you never see anything from it, right? Um, that's the best way I could do it without revealing, accidentally outing some of my friends. Um, no, nah. Here's the thing, Dolphistry. Then there's plenty of creative outlets that you don't even need any money for, right? I always say writing is a really fun one. Or I also say that what is it? I'm trying to think. It's writing and then it's art. You can if you have a pencil and paper, already you've got like drawing capacity. And then if you've got like I don't know, a paper and a pencil, you can write. Or you can do poetry or something. But oh man, okay, yeah, like for me, I had this whole phase where I was, huh? That didn't even was interested because medieval wrangling. Ah, Nah, that's that. Okay, here's the thing. But that's the thing. Hobbies, I feel, push your creative skill, right? I feel like it also exposes you to a lot more things that you otherwise wouldn't have had, right? So here's my thing. I'm even saying like Delphistry. If there's like hobbies you're into, I think most hobbies will have a creative outlet attached to it, right? Like VTubing, for example, there's a lot of art aspects to it. And now I'm just like really feeling it where I'm like, wow, I wish I got more plus ones to my creativity because I'm really starting to feel it if I could draw things. But what I can say is my saving grace is that those brief moments that I did actually like try to draw, right, has allowed me to like, make some basics. They're not amazing, right? But they're definitely like something rather than not, right? And then that's what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna be as good as like some of those other people, but I can get by. So I say that Delphistry, no stress. There's going to be art around the corner. Also, Manigomo, like having all these cool reenactment stuff. I kind of want to like know more about this cool knife that you forged. And was it like the full-on like movie scene where you have a hammer and then you're like smashing the knife and being like, I'm gonna be the coolest. And then you put the thing in the fire. Oh, this is the beginning of my creativity. Give me the full cut. No. Do you want a tarot reading for your future in regard to creativity? I genuinely am saying, like, don't stress. Like, your first of anything will not be good, right? Like, I remember I have so many creative stories. Like, okay, we can go through a few. Like, I do old fashioned. I think I mentioned this, like, in one of the collabs. I did. And, the first like outfit I put together, like, because it's a particular like I guess strain of old fashioned, right? And then I went up to a meetup. I'm like, guys, I look amazing. And then when you look back at it in the past, you're just like, oh gosh, I did not know what I was doing. No, but here's the thing. Sophistry, right? When you do writing, okay, I don't like the stories I've read. Like, but that's the thing is that it shows your growth and progression as like someone who's written something. I think the best thing you do is like you put your work out there, right? You'll get feedback. You know how to grow. You know what people like about the characters and that sort of thing. No, exactly. And I think looking back at what you made, like that is a point of time of what something obviously meant a lot to you, right? And yeah, even for example, I say with my old fashioned, I look at like, the god awful like outfit that I wore to my like meetup that I thought was like the best thing ever. You go like, it shows your growth. Right, I think at least for my hobby with old fashioned, you will have like time like photos, time lapse photos or whatever you want to call it, where it's like, oh, this was when I first started and this is me now, right? You can realize your beginnings after you become a world famous, right? Exactly right. See, my Gomo is like inspirational here too, right? So I will say this though for sure. Like, I think the best thing is for my motivation as well is like if you can find a writing community where you can like publish your works and actually have people like read it out and see it. Like, you can talk, like, you can read their work and go, like, oh, wow, I really like how this person wrote this, or, like, this person wrote this. And I, I definitely know where I am, right? So, obviously, like, there are Facebook groups or Discord groups, like, for local, like, hobby sort of things. So, I think if you can try find that, I feel that's going to be one of your best ways to get something out. Like, even sending something small, like, I don't know what the people are on these days. I think back in when I had friends and they were writing, they were like publishing on Wattpad or something, right? So even if it's like that one or two person that reads it, right, your work is now out there. I will say, like, if you have something out on the internet published, I'm like, you are a writer, right? Versus people who like, they just I guess write something and it never sees the light of day. Like putting yourself out there is courage. Being able to look back on your works and read it and be like, I have improved or I can see what I was doing there and I'm glad that I've learned that, right? The other one is that for writing. Oh, I'm going on a tangent. I'm so sorry, guys. But the other one is that with writing, okay, is that there's going to be things like books and stuff as well that give you like good foundations on like writing story arcs and making characters that are relatable and like stuff like that to like help, I guess, push you in the right direction for what you might not be aware of in writing, right? Because I mean, that's literally me reading some of my like earlier stories where I was like, there may have been definitely Mary Sue's on some of my earlier works where this character was too cool or unrelatable, right? I know many people use DeviantArt to upload. Oh, see exactly. So even Mighty Gomo's got that. Like DeviantArt, I don't know if Wattpad's dead these days, but exactly. If you write up things on there, that's basically a good way of people giving you feedback. And like, here's the thing: don't mind the haters, because at the same time, you can be like, my motto personally is that unless you've personally done it yourself, right, and kind of gone through that arc, I don't think you should really be talking about other people, because I think doing it yourself humbles you. I think is the most important thing, right? Like having that for example, my fashion, right? I would say that before getting into old fashion, I used to be a lot more like, oh, those people wearing weird clothes and they must be like crazy and strange. Oh, I'm writing my thesis. Well, here's the thing, my Negomo, you're gonna publish that thesis, right? Or I don't know. I guess if there might be some rules on if they let you publish it in a journal or something, and that's your mark on the world. Like you have like gifted, I guess, the worldliness, the world with like your knowledge, and you say that's my mark of approval. I think that is like to me that is the coolest thing. Like just having something. I'm like I did that. Like it could be going to no. Oh, is everyone thesising? You guys have fun. This is the 24-hour non-stop grind on getting that. Okay, here's the thing, Mighty Gomo. The true question is, are you a procrastinator? is the chat is the chat the sort of peeps where they're like, we're gonna even it out, or we're gonna try to do it bit by bit, and or just smash it out all the night before? Because you guys are crazy for anyone who does that. But nah, exactly right. So I'll say this, right? Delphistry, go get your works out online. Go join like your local, what do you call them, writing communities, right? And then boom, you're on your way to be a writer. Creativity's on your way. You got a +1 buff as well now, so you have no excuse. It's a +1 to your like willpower, so that you can get through that. But no, that's what I find. I personally have never been that much big on writing, but I do have friends who have like successfully like they like found their way into communities and they're able to share their work. And who knows, right? Your book, even if like it could not be the best thing, but you just get that published. Hearts of People conquer the conquer the world. Kind of. I need some pressure to start working. Well, no, yeah. Here's the thing, right? I feel like wait, working as in working your thesis, or working like working job working like after thesis, because those are two things. But no, I like to say that to me that's what motivates me a lot. It's just kind of like you don't need to be the best, but you did something. I got a deadline. I'm pretty productive. Oh, is this one of those flexible deadlines where it's like you have infinite time to do your thesis if you think it's good enough, you can publish it? I don't know. I feel like there was a really good TED talk I think online about like a procrastination monkey or something. And then they did this like grid where they like put your life in boxes of like years and they said you color them in to be like where you're at. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm panicking, guys. I literally have so much I want to do. And I felt like that's kind of it. Like I feel like you get to a point where you're just like that, like for me personally, right? I'm all about like trying to max out skill tree and everything's got like a side quest on it. So it's just like, oh, e.g. like old fashioned, or it's like, well, what do I want to do with this, right? And then, oh, I want to get like good so that I feel confident in it and stuff like that, right? That I can like help people with it, and I like aren't like guessing myself and I know stuff, right? And then I got to that space where I felt that I could help like the new people working on the thesis in that regard. Well, exactly. So I guess you can take pride in that. I guess it depends as well on if you've been forced to take a thesis topic against your will versus you're actually passionate about it. But assuming you've hopefully picked something that you're like at least slightly passionate about, you'd be like, this is going to be my mark on humanity. I'm going to be in this cool journal or something. I think with theses, they probably have to get cleared. So you're going to be like, exactly, right? Yeah, right? Oh wait, that being like that you chose something that you wanted or you got forced into something against your will. Because I've definitely heard stories about friends where they're like, oh yeah, that professor or whatever only wanted to do that topics. A good way to improve. Well, exactly. So you're gonna, or even I'll say this for Dolphistry, where Dolphistry also has their thesis next year. I'm like, guys, you're gonna leave your mark on this world, right? Oh, exactly, gamify your life. Like everything's just a skill tree. And I guess what makes me sad is I see a lot of people, and it's like, what do you do? And they just like, oh, I just go home and sleep and watch movies. But I'm like, I feel like life's so much more than that. Like it's a skill tree. Like you're the character in your game, right? You unfortunately you get a random. You did the randomizer button, and the stats whatever you start with are gonna be whatever you get, right? But you still have the choice to like plus one something, right? Like you could be like -5 in drawing. Not that I believe that, by the way. I genuinely think everyone is probably just like if you can hold a pencil, right? I mean, okay, maybe there are people who can get -5, you can't hold a pencil. But for the majority of people that can hold a pencil and like hold a piece of paper, right? I think it's the skill tree. Like some people might, I don't know, have a natural inclination to be like, oh, I know what anatomy looks like or something, and then they can draw parts easier. But other people can be like, cool, I can't do that, so I just need reference pictures. Like there's ways around different levels of skill that I feel that you just as long as it's like retrospective to you. If you're a level zero in drawing and you just plus one that, that's a win. However, if you were a five and you're drawing at like a level one level, right, because you're being lazy, then it's like that's not like adding any like levels to the skill tree, right? Hello. Oh my goodness, how do I spell that? Maronni 2024. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about skill trees and getting like the bigger brainu. Yay! Uh, okay. We have a tarot request, homies. We're gonna do a tarot reading. Okay. Monrun I 2024. Everyone else has had a tarot reading before, and they tend to get kind of bored of doing it again. But when you get a new person, you're like, I'm very excited to give you my tarot reading. So what I do is I do have a question that you want to ask the tarot cards. It's very simple. What? Oh, that actually might be a big thing with design. 27. Exactly. All right. Oh, slight tangent, Monroe. We're talking about creativity, and Dolphin is getting inspired. You guys should check out this app called Habitica, and it just gamifies your life because you put little goals in, and then you tick it off, and you get like a +1 point if you do it. So I was on that for a bit. It was pretty fun. You get a group. Okay, what will your future look like? Wow, Monroe is just like boom. Do we? Ask the cards. Let's go. Okay. Past, present, and future. Very vague. Do we have anything in particular? Like, oh, we got a follower. Why? Thank you for following. Okay. So the first card that you've pulled is whoa. We got a high one reading. Is in the past is the X of Wands. So the Ten of Wands, which is okay. So this is your past, and Mon Runai 2024, it says that in your past you've got a lot of stories about, having setbacks and pursuing some goals. Um, Maybe like you're a person where like, I don't know, you're very like quick to jump into things, and there's like an element of just kind of being like, you need to step back and be like, okay, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? It needs to be like step by step, right? So it says, you know, um, you know, believing in that originality, believing, don't like worry too much about your setbacks in your past, right? And I guess just learning to be like more patient, like restrained, right? And then believing, I guess, in that, that originality or that sort of thing that like you want. So this is what it's talking about your past. Once again, I don't know how close or far we are from that, but the card's just saying, right, that you've got goals going in regards to your future, and we have a few setbacks, right? That's what's saying. Okay, so for your present, we got a high one reading. Second of Wands. Bloop bloop bloop. Okay. Okay, for your future, it says in regards to that, it's talking about being a willing listener, right? So knowing what people need gives you an advantage, help is on the way, even though you have the self-confidence to succeed on your own, and then to re-examine your goals and to find exactly what it is you want to achieve. So, Manai 2024, I'm assuming you're asking a future because you're in turbulent time, right? So it's saying that roughly for present time, be open to that knowledge of listening to what other people say, right? And that it's actually just saying like know your truth and that have that self-confidence, and I think most people genuinely kind of know where they want to be going for, right? So for your future, before it says your goals got setbacks, it's saying right now have that belief that you can get where you want, right? Be ready to accept help when you need it, because I don't know about you, once again, these are the cards saying it. I think some people can be very like, I can do this on my own. I don't need people to help me out. But it's saying here that, you know, like be patient, accept help when you need it, right? Have self-confidence and you can succeed at the present what you're going on. So, for your final card, we've got the Six of Pentacles. And this is your future. Now let's see if we are where we are in this, right? Oh, okay, you're gonna like this, okay? For your future, it's saying that you will profit from the extra efforts you've been putting forth, right? So, in regards to, I guess, your previous ones, you've had setbacks, you've had problems. If you can, like, you work hard and you put the effort, right? There will be, you know, the reward that you will reap from what you sow, right? So it says, don't be sensitive. Let's work hard. Exactly, right? So don't, it actually says, like, it's a slight warning, okay? It says, don't be, in the future too sensitive to, like, what other people, like, need. So I guess it's like, you know, don't, like, you've got that vision of what you're going. Don't let people cloud that, I guess, is a slight warning. And it also actually just says to be aware of, like, overindulgence, because that's going to, like, keep you from getting them goals. So I'm going to assume it's like, let's say, I don't know what your goals are. You want to, like, I don't know, I'm trying to do it. You want to get a job or something. Maybe, like, the overindulgence would be like, well, I could just, you know, watch TV and not worry about things, you know? So I think it's got to, I'll be honest, the cards give you a really bright future. They're literally just saying that you've had some goal setbacks. Your president is saying that you need to have that self-assurance, right? Accept help when you need it and work really hard. And the future is saying that you will reap what you sow, right? If you obviously don't put the time, it's kind of saying, well, you know, you'll get what you deserve. But, you know, it's looking pretty positive. So I hope that gives you a fortunate reading, one right eye 2024 of what's happening. There we go, right? But yeah, I guess new person in the chat, I'll introduce on what like everybody else was happening or what was going on. But we were basically talking about the pursuit of creativity and not basically being too stressed about the small stuff of like the first things kind of not the way we, you know, the way you want to see it or the way that you hope, right? But no, I was gonna say that going back to Dolphistry's topic on like that actually like a big thing for design, turning stuff into mini games so people feel rewarded. I feel that like even with that, I'm part of the Oztubers now. Yes, that I'm part of the Oztubers now. So like guys, support the fellow Australians because I think to get into the team you had to basically get what do you call it? Affiliate. So once I did, I'm like, I applied for it straight away. I'm like, please, can I please be an affiliate? I'm not affiliate, can I please be a member so I can have it next to my name? I'm an Aussie. Yeah, Raygun's a real meme. Oh, wait, were you there for the beginning of like, I'm so sad, right? I feel like this whole chat, I did this whole segment on Raygun because it was so topical, and and then now you guys went there for it. I feel so like internal screaming. Maybe next time I'll put like this segment later on when like more chat happens. But I mean, I could just give like the really quick summary was that as a Australian female who actually has done breakdancing. No, don't be sorry. I can give you guys the rundown. Like for anyone who has to listen to this again, I'm like really sorry, but I'm gonna give you the rundown. Essentially, what I was saying in the previous chat was that I have given breakdancing a go, but I think what makes it kind of hard for Raygun is that like breakdancing isn't just power moves already. So I think like a lot of people, and I had that misconception when I first like tried a few classes, was that oh we're just going to be doing windmills and flares and be really cool. Okay, number one, that's not true. Like a lot of it is like also top rock and just kind of like basic floor work. Like you're not going into power moves. Power moves is like when you get to the game and you do enough like basic punches and kicks to get that like power bar full, and you do the power like move button. That's literally what like a flare and a windmill is, right? Not everyone can do windmills and flares. It requires a lot of upper body strength. And as someone who like genuinely tried to like get good, I realized that I probably could never do it. Right? You just kind of hit a wall, and you're just like, I'm never gonna be able to do a flare and windmill. I just do not have the upper body strength. I am built like a stick, right? And you know, I think the best I can do is top rock. The second part with Raygun, which I thought was kind of rough, is that all like when you do breakdancing, I've had something. I've not had battles, but I've had cipher, and that's where you make a circle and everyone, yeah, it's not coming back. But the thing about Cypher is that it's all improv. So you basically make a giant circle, right? And then it's like, your homies are like, your turn to dance, and I'm like, oh my god, the music's terrible. Like what do you do? And you do something a bit like dodgy because you're improvising, right? Improving is hard. Sometimes you have a good day, and sometimes you just have like a really bad one, and then you go home and you're like it's burnt in, like the memory replay is on like repeat, right? And you're just like, I goofed that. Right, I think the ruling as well is that people say like you can't stop, you can't freeze because then everyone's gonna know. But that ends up making like you do some really funny, weird things when your brain's kind of buffering. And I feel that unfortunately may have been what happened to Raygun, where it's like, oh, that's a little interesting. But you've got improv, you've got new music, right? You've obviously the tension of everybody else. You're not doing power moves because maybe I don't think she could. From what I've seen with the finals that she did, they weren't doing windmills and flares. So like I'm gonna say this, like I personally physically don't think I'm ever gonna be able to lift my own body weight. Right? And that's where I was like, that. Okay, I'll sum it up. That was the Raygun statement. I was just like, feels a little bit bad because I'm like, I don't think she deserves the hate, but I guess it was a little bit funny. But it is kind of hard to do it. If anyone was to just be like, go do some breakdancing, and you're just like, oh, no, I've tried and I know what that entails. It stinks. But yes, that was my segment on Raygun. It's alright. It will be all on replay. You can just listen to that again. And I went through stuff, I guess, on how I stunk at it. Right? What else is there? Oh, I have prepared something fun for you guys. Where is it? How do I do this again? Is this gonna work? Wait. I have too many like windows. Oh, here we go. Going down. I think the hate comes to the fact that she kind of brought herself to the Olympics. Huh? Oh, what is it? Doing that you need real training. Yeah, and that's the thing. I think it's kind of rough because like yeah, it's I feel like the Australian as someone who's like Australian, there is this whole like culture where it's like give it a go, right? So I think this is where it gets kind of wonky where like obviously, self-awareness is a thing, her competition is like really intense or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, regardless of like, as someone who has participated in artistic spaces, I'm going to be really honest and say the place is rife with connections, right? I've had like like the industry that I like do for my artistic spaces where you need to get in. I remember when I first started, I could not get in because they didn't even they threw my audition reel out. It got leaked. They threw my audition reel out, right? Because I was not a known name. They didn't even like. So I had like compiled a full on like video for my audition, and they just chucked it. I didn't even see it. They literally were like, "Oh, I've never heard this name before," right? And they just kind of pew like they never even saw it. Now once I and for me to get in, I know it was really terrible. Like, so, like, as someone in artistic spaces, I'm gonna say whether you like it or not, if you want to like get anywhere with it, you have to do connections, right? And it's a big stinker, right? I genuinely was fighting against it when I first started. I'm like, I don't need no connections, and then it kind of not like I am now, and people will be like, oh, how'd you get like in that community and where you are now? I'm like connections. It's all been connections. People will say, they're not wanting to give the rando a go because they're just like, oh, who is a use? I've never heard you. Like, will you even rock up? Like, will you even do something? People will always go with the person that they're like, oh, well, at least you rock up or at least you'll, like, do that. So I feel that, I don't know, it kind of stinks if you're in artistic spaces. I mean, the story goes further. Like, whether you want to be, here's my spicy story with, like, how I had to get where, like, for my artistic spaces, is that it was a typical situation where they're like, oh, you can't. You need to get what is it? You gotta have experience, but we won't give you the experience because this is like your early time, even though you've done like a full-on audition reel, right? So for me to get where I was, I had to approach like around the place and be like, oh yeah, can I like do the insert thing like for you for free, right? And then another one was that I had to like host the event so that and obviously by hosting the event I like insert myself into it because like that was how I was gonna get my experience. But as soon as I then like broke into I guess the harder area of like this thing that I do, then suddenly it's like, oh, they would let me in on namesake, right? And suddenly it was like, what do you mean there's no audition? They're like, oh yeah, we know who you are, right? You can go in, and I'm like, brain exploded. I was like, what? But then that's my experience like with the artistic field is that it's a bit rough because you have belief that you've done the hours, you've done good, right? But you want people to see you, and being seen is kind of rough. So I guess like the whole Reagan connection thing, I'm like, it is the unfortunate game that I feel has to play. Where even like on a small league where I am, like doing what I do for art, it's like it's rife. You can't escape it. Everybody knows everybody. If you like, behave badly to somebody, it's gonna go down the grapevine, and you'll get like blacklisted, right? You're kind of in trouble after that. But oh my god, I'm going on rants. I'm so sorry, guys. But here we go. I have my game that I planned for today because the worm game and the other game that was recommended, my MacBook. I said this at the beginning, but I'll catch up with it. Right. It can't work. I think I had some game recommendations last time. I tried so hard to get it running, but my MacBook hates them so much that it'll basically just not work. So today we're going to try figure out, is this human or is this not? Because I don't know why I get like hurting myself and trying to be like, is AI? Am I smarter than an AI? So let's go. We're gonna start the game. I will take other game recommendations as well if anybody like wants it. But it is one of those things where like it depends on my Mac. Once Mac does not like, I can't do much about it. Okay, so let's start the game. Wait, is this working? I wanna find a human or an AI. Guys, chat. We're gonna be big brain and smart, right? On if we're talking to a robot. Oh, it's a conversation. I want you to talk about. Hi, tell me about VTubers and how cool they are. Yes, yes, surely, I believe. Is this a human or a robot? They're taking a long time to chat as well. Why are you taking so long to talk? What? What? I had high expectations for this. What? I'm so confused. Are you a robot? What? Guys, I'm so confused. Is this a human just like trolling me? AI is bugged. Guys, I'm getting like super AI vibes from this. See, I feel like if you're a human, you were asked for a robot, you would have a pretty funny response. But I think a robot would just say something like super text based, right? But it didn't even know what a VTuber was. Guys, it's a bot. I'm gonna say it's a bot. It couldn't even answer a question. It just got confused. Wait, we just talked to a human! We have made mistakes, guys. What do you mean that was a human? He tricked. Was the human trying to? I thought we were on the same team. They didn't even answer my questions. I was ahead about VTubers. I'm so upset. Guys, we gotta redeem ourselves. Oh my goodness. Wait. What do you mean that was a human? They didn't even respond. Oh, the other side's typing. Okay, what are they saying to us? Give us a good response. I feel like if we have two humans that are genuinely trying, right? I feel it'd be pretty easy. But if the other human is like not really helping, then like this, they didn't respond in time. Guys, I'm disappointed. The humans don't want to play. Also, what was going on with that first human? You had a simple question. You're gonna answer something different. I'm gonna assume you're a robot. Oh, also, good job, guys. We've like got 5K in the community goal, so we might like it may. I'll extend it out if we're a little bit short, but it could be a themed VTuber stream coming around the corners as soon as that's like completed. Okay, guys, human or not, let's go. I can't. I'm still mad at the first person. What's your name? I am Aries Fairies, the coolest VTuber. In caps lock. I think they're gonna diss me. 100%. They're gonna diss me. If this is a human, I'm very concerned on what they're gonna type back. If they're a bot, they'll probably be nice. They'll just be like, "Oh, my databases don't show anything interesting. You must be like." They ended the conversation. Chat. Was this a human or an AI bot? I'm really sad. They didn't even respond. This doesn't even give me anything to work with. Human. A human? They just got disappointed with me? Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's a human. God. They were so disappointed to have a VTuber on the other side. They just immediately ended the chat. It was looking to date. I'm so sad. He just literally he saw that I was a VTuber and was like, "Nope, the person's crazy. I'm leaving." Why do humans think here? I want to have a decent conversation. I don't want to scare them. Okay, like things may be disappointing, but we're gonna redeem ourselves, guys. Where's the bots? I'm waiting for a computer. Okay, guys. Hey, tell me about the coolest thing ever. I feel like, hello, Echo Rest, and welcome to the chat. We're playing Human or Not, and if you want a tarot reading, you're welcome to do so as well. But you know, the humans are really failing right now. Like, they just don't want to talk back. You know, I'm kind of waiting for a bot. Right, but yes, Echo Rest, let me know if you want that tarot read. Go ask a question, and I can do a 3 card tarot reading. Guys, guys, I think that's a human. Oh, have fun, Mighty Gomo. I think we're human, man, but that's great. I think, I think you're a human, dude, but that's great. Wait, I feel that's like something a human would say. Surely. Yo! Okay, now Mighty Gomo, have a good lunch. Now, Echoes, let me know. Okay, so the way with tarot readings work, for people who actually come into the stream for tarot readings and me not getting like super distracted with games, is that just ask a question, I'll do a past, present, future read, and basically, boom, then your future can be read. But for the meanwhile, I want to get a robot. We keep talking to humans, and they're doing a really bad job. Okay, guys. I believe. I want a human who tries hard. Eat well. Yes, eat well, Matty. Matty, come back laughter after food. Oh, good luck on your thesis. Oh, okay, the other side's typing. Okay. Are they a robot or are they human? Take your time. I'm watching this game. Yeah, no stress. Okay, how it hanging? Homie, it goods. Goods. If you smell badly, they'll know that you're human, right? Their chat rate's really fast. Wait, but they could be a robot trying to be a gangster. I need to put something really specific to like bigger brain them. Right? Chat, give me some ideas. Why are they taking so long to chat? It doesn't take that long to write something mind-blowingly human. Right? And as you can see my style of if I was in a situation where what is Chipper? What is Chipper? This seems super sus. What guys, what is this? This AI is making me sad. I don't believe this is human. It seems no. This is an AI, guys. Who talks like this? I'm sorry, if this is a human. Like, okay, will the human or robot. Oh lol, okay then. Say something vegetable. This is a life or death situation, and these robots are trying to infiltrate society. I might be in troubles, guys. What do you mean? Broccoli's a jammy jam. Oh, this is amazing. It's amazing. Okay, prove your humans. Humans. Guys, Guys, I'm confused. This sounds like a human. They feel like they're really chatty, but are they just a robot? Are they human or are they a robot? No! I'm confused. Their response time was really good. Unlike those other humans that got disappointed that, they just ended chat with me. But is this a good human? Is this the first real nice human? Or is this just the bot that pretending to be? Who says Chipper? Who says Chipper? Is this an AI trying to? Is this like ChatGPT make me sound like a gangster teenager? Chat, what am I gonna do? I have a 50-50 chance. I think they're human. They like responded really quickly. Okay, is humanity doomed? I just talked to a bot. I'm so stupid. Thank you, Icarus. They were too talkative. Yeah, so that is one robot that has passed humanity, and I'm in trouble. Now I gotta redeem myself. I refuse. I refuse. I gotta detect it's a bot. No, no, I refuse. I mean, they sounded weird when they talk, but this. Oh, guys, chat, help me. What is the best thing to chats about? I just want to make when I spell things really cursed, because surely an AI wouldn't do that. I'll just give him my like. That's my fan theory. If there's another human trying to guess, right? I'm feeling you're gonna be. How's it going? You're going good, but give me something more human. Surely. I'm disappointed, guys. This is seeming like a too much of a plain situation. I need you to be more crazy, like I am. I don't know. They're taking a long time to chat. If they take a long time to chat, it makes me nervous because I'm like, you're not giving me a lot to work with. If literally the only thing you said was, "Hey there, how's it going?" What? The weather. The weather. That was the best thing you can think of. The best thing you can think of. Guys, they sound too textbook. Look at that perfect punctuation as well. Right? I'm smelling bot. I think it's a bot. What do you mean, aha? What do you mean? Aha. Guys, it's a bot. Who talks like this? You gonna go aha to me? What era are we in? I don't believe it. I smell bot. Must be a bot. Like that. Look at that. The perfect punctuation with the exclamation mark. I feel no, yeah, exactly. No one says aha. My like human brain senses are like saying that this is bot. What? What do you mean? Don't be like this fella. This is a bot. This is a bot. I just talked to a smarts. A genius. Okay, let's go for like a few more rounds. I just wanna I wanna get a roll streak of like 3 and then I'm gonna be like conversation. Tell me about the coolest hat in your opinion. See, I feel that's if the other person is reading this, they'll know I'm human because no AI would ask that. Also, phrase it. There's like no punctuation in that, so I feel in AI they're like too proper. They've been trained. You wouldn't train an AI on like garbage writing or something, which is like, oh, okay, then you're a hipster. Oh, okay, okay. What's the coolest shirt then? I think, wait, not gonna lie, that's like shorthand. He's a human, right? Because surely, because like, they wouldn't teach the AI slang, would they? Has the AI gotten better? What if it's like ChatGPT make me talk like a use lots of cool acronyms to make me sound cooler? I think they're human. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. I think you're human. How much are you gonna tell them that? If it's a robot, they got it in the bag. Cause I think I've been fooled. I'm doing my big brainer. I'm the thinking is the thinkings. I'm just like, surely, surely. Look, they're thinking. I'm human. I'm like, okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. We wait for the round to end. I believe they're human. They're like this is wholesome human vibes. Only a human could say this, right? Surely. Am I gonna be deceived by the most coolest AI? That's human. Yo, there we go. See, Echo Rest got the vibe. We got this. Okay. Well, how we go to we what do wait, are we winning? Yeah, we're winning. Okay, we'll go 10, 10. Three more, and then we'll round off on this. And if Echo Rest, you got tarot requests, let me know. Right? Cause I don't want to bore everybody with me just bailing with AIs. Ah, they're starting a conversation. Okay. Okay. Are you getting past me? Can we all just get along? I agree. Enough crazy in this world. Okay, okay, big brain moment. Are they like, why are they taking so long? This doesn't give me a lot to work with. I think it's in the robot's favor. The less you tell me. But that opening sounds really AI. What do you mean? Are we cowboys now? Are we cowboys now? Okay, it's been good. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling it's a bot. This is like too clean. Like way too clean. Like look at this perfect punctuation. If you look at me, okay, I sometimes try with my punctuation. What do you mean that's great to hear? You it's just a start. You are a bot. Prove yourself. The bot police are going to arrest you. I'm like, undo the thinkings. That's a bot. That's a bot. Look at that. What's a bot gonna say when they've been outed? Right? There is nothing this bot. Yeah, I win. You are a bot. If this is a human, I'm so sad. I'll sorry for this poor human who's now playing along to me. Okay, surely this is a bot. Surely, I'm gonna be so mad. As you can see, yeah, if this was life or death, what wait, what did it say? Wow, the bot. What do you mean? That bot just super insulting. Well, look at you, detective work there, huh, Batman? Yeah, that's what a bot would say. Nah, you're a bot. You surely. Yeah. Okay, two more games. If it's human, I'll eat my shit. I swear there's humans here that will probably they'll be here to troll. Like those other ones you barely responded back. They just like end the game. I'm like, you can't give me nothing to work with. Okay, let's think of a smart brain. I am the smartest. Give me something that totally is not gonna make you a bot. Yeah. See, if you like read what I wrote, the short form, this is like my brain. If this is a human on the other side, who opens up with that, right? Like that's like so cursed. Look at this. It's like it's ugly. It's not even got a full stop, right? But what? What? Wait. How was your day? I think they got confused. Is this a human? If you genuinely, I I feel that punctuation personally. I don't know. I don't know. We're doing the thinking. I think this is a bot. Like that. Like that response didn't really answer my question. What? Oh no. That's so sad. Um, how are you then? Yeah, this is a bot. I'm getting weird vibes. Like even this slang is bad. It just gives me off vibes. Hmm. Hmm. I think if this was ChatGPT, it's probably just like make me sound like a cool kid or something, teenager with my dudes. Ah, it's a bot. I think you're a bot. I'm just gonna. It's a bot. That's a bot. That's a bot. That's a bot. Okay, one more game. We must redeem ourselves. We got 6 out of 9 because that's silly. We got this. One more game. One more game. Okay, okay. Let's do this. Why are they taking? It's this. Howdy, hey. That doesn't give me much to work. That doesn't give me much to work with. What is the coolest hat? Are we just getting a string of bots? Also, howdy, hey is a really interesting opening. I don't know. I feel like if you're chatting to me, you'd be able to tell I'm a human pretty easily. But these humans gotta make themselves more differentiable. Wait, 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 wait! Explain yourself. Wait! Are you in the chat? Save me! Chat! What? How did it? Nani? 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 Audio. How do you know? Oh my god! You're a cool person, my dude. Ah, you're the coolest. Oh my god! Yes. I'm gonna do the brain buffers moment. Brain. I button mashed stuff. Wait, how do I undo my controls? I'm stupid. I was so excited. I button mashed the wrong thing. So we're gonna have technical difficulties now. Well, I figure out which button is the angry thing to turn it off. Nah, that's not the right one. We're gonna go through all these now until I figure out which button did I mash the wrong one. There we go. I turned it off. This okay. Homie, you excited me so much I button mashed that computer and hit my controls for my expressions. I'm I'm speechless. Chat, you're the best. Oh wait, a human. It has to be. Yeah. Whichever one it uses that just did that. Oh my god. I love you guys. Wait. Okay, wait. How do I do this? I love you guys. Whoever just did that. Oh my god. Hermes, that's beautiful. Like oh my god. Hey! Oh my god! Guys, I just my follow goal. Thank you for the following. Now I'm at my 60. I got music going in the background too. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Imagine it was a bot. Let's go. You guys are so sweet. And also whoever just like did that. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that. Oh my goodness. I think that's where we should finish like that game now, because now I'm on a high, and now I'm also just kind of like that. I can't. I'm speechless. Like, thanks. Thank you. Also, yeah, I love it. I love it. I just, this is my brain right at the moment. It's just like the okay, now that I've calmed down from the insanity that I just saw happen, Icarus, did you want to get a tarot reading? Oh, that's such a good. I was goaded. I did not expect that to happen. Good job, chat. Okay, Icarus, ask the tarot cards a question, and we'll do a directional reading. And then after that, I think that's a stream wrap up. Like that kind of how we wrap up the hours usually. So Icarus, you get the last one. Ask a question to the cards. If it's actually like nothing that obviously maybe reveals too much about yourself, but you know if you keep it vague, we can always still ask that. Common things are we had one earlier on about someone wanted to ask about their future. Common ones are like studies, creative outlets, like goals. Love is a funny one too, right? Maybe don't ask anything that you genuinely would take too seriously because I'm only as reliable as a cat girl on the internet, right? But oh my goodness, yes. Think of what question you would like, and I'll bequeath you the questions of the world. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that was such a good. Whoever just did that on stream, I just that's good. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards. Feel free to think of your question. The other option is that if you're like, is too hard to think, I can do blind readings. However, I feel in general the blind readings tend to be a bit vague. Okay, are my current streaming goals going to be successful? Okay, homie, let's go roll the cards. The deck. Let's go tree. Let me just do my shuffle. Shuffling. Okie dokie. I would have laughed so hard if that was a bot. If that was a bot, I would just like now you say that the eat the socks or something. I've been like, yeah. If that was a bot, I'm like, guys, I think I made AI really angry. If anyone's heard of what's it called? Something's basilisk. It's like the idea that AI will take over the world in the future. So you have to be really nice to AI now, because it like if it doesn't like you, it'll not spare you. And yeah, if that was a bot, I'd be like, I think I made the basilisk really upsetting. Okay. So I'll draw your cards. Three cards that I will draw. The cards that I've drawn, I do reverses as well. So if they're reversed, they mean different things. So your cards that I've drawn is for your past. You have drawn Justice, which is a character card. And for your middle, you've drawn reversed, what is this? Nine of Cups. And then you've drawn reverse, oh wow, we got a lot of reverse ones. I think Four of Wands. So, let's go have a look at it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And for Justice, hang tight while I do it. Okay. So, for your past as a streamer, will your streaming goals be successful? Right? Okay, it says that what goes around comes around, right? So it says that in your past, maybe for your streaming, you've like tried to seek advice from people maybe who have been better. Maybe that's well, it's just saying like that this is you've been right in sort of like a searching or advice sort of state, right? It actually says as well that like in your past you've been pretty good like healthy wise, like I guess physically and spiritually. I guess it's saying so you had good work life balance. I don't know what that means, but that's what the cards are saying. Okay, you've had good work life balance, and that or like I guess it well, not even work life balance. Like it's just in general, like things aren't kind of piling onto each other's, right? And yeah, I guess you sought advice. That's what it's saying for the past. Not nothing much, okay? Nothing much. I guess in streaming, and I'm gonna assume that's probably it. Because when you before you started, it may have been on your mind. You're thinking about what you're gonna be. You probably have other hobbies and that sort of stuff, and you're like, we're gonna start streaming, right? So for your current situation, right, we're gonna go into cups, which is the Nine of Cups. We're gonna have a look at your Nine of Cups. Okie dokie. So, okay then. This is in regards to your current streaming situation. That, people have always been pretty kind to those, I guess, in need. So you may have had a few friends or something like support of you streaming. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's just like chatters or something. But it literally says here, enjoy the kindness of strangers, right? It actually says like maybe of a current thing that try. I guess it's like of like I don't know how to say this. Try not to talk shop. What does that even mean? Maybe it's just like what you're streaming about or something like that,
right? But well, it's a general statement in regards to that enjoy the kindness of strangers, right? I'm not particularly sure, obviously, what your streams are saying, but it actually also says here not to worry about finances, like literally, right? Written for that. So that's probably also in regards to your streaming goals and what you actually want to do it for. That I think you're probably just in that state where you're enjoying yourself and maybe don't gossip is what it's kind of just warning you about. Like maybe those things come back to bite for a future thing, right? So that's your present, and then for your future, we now have the Four of Wands. So let's go for your future reversed. Okay, so Four of Wands, and that was also Nine of Cups reversed. So they mean slightly different things. So wands, wands, wands. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay. This is an interesting one. It's like I would. Okay, if it's good or bad, it's gonna be up to how you interpret it. Okay. So it says your future is that social life and activity come to the forefront. Don't get stuck in old behavioral patterns. If you come to a fork in the road, keep your eyes open for options, and then past efforts and labor bring rewards, right? So it's literally saying that you're gonna have a chance to make like a big decision, right? And I'm actually, once again, this is why I'm saying it's kind of like a 50-50 reading. I really like to think there's no bad decisions, there's just kind of what suits you the best at the time. So whether that implies maybe there's a chance where it's gonna say that you can take a big streaming goal, or maybe that you choose to move away from streaming, that's not necessarily going to be a bad thing, right? It's it that you will get a fork or something. Some big decision has to be made at some point, and you're gonna have to make a call, right? Obviously, it's saying social life and activity come to the forefront. That could be implying whether on the streaming side, that social life, or whether in like external life beyond streaming, things might be get busy, and you need to make those choices, right? It talks about old patterns and behaviors. It could be maybe that's for growth. Like you don't want to obviously be like, you want to try always be doing something new, and maybe that's going to be that forefront for regards to the future. So I hope that helps echo rests in regards to your streaming goals and if you'll be successful or not. I find that they're each their own how you interpret them and how you want to see it. Lots to think about. No worries. I hope that helps, right? And we've had a few new ones come through, so join me next time for more tarot readings. Or we also do other things. Wait, for the new people here, I'll have to show you my screen. That's not the screen of the AI. That is big brain. They were too smart, right? The Hubie Newbie. Here we go. So, for anyone who is new and they didn't see this last time, we also do rock blessings and runestone readings, but the tarots are the best. They're the OG club. It's why it's called Tarot and Chats, and I'm better at tarots. So, I hope that helps. Well, ta-da! That is the end of that stream. That was wild. Like, oh my goodness. I can't believe we got that. I wish you guys all the best for next time, and I'll be on tomorrow as well, and then you can see my schedule. I have regular hours so that I'm always kind of roughly the same time. So, have a good day. All the best, my friends, and until next time, see yous. Have a good night.